And welcome to the next edition of Ergo-Algo. I am Earl-Ray Neal, your host, and I am very happy to have with me today Dr. Sergio Sgro. Dr. Sgro and I have been friends for a long time. He is, frankly, somebody that when I get in the same room with, he actually inspires me. He challenges me to think and brings out ideas. And Dr. Sgro and I are friends, as a result of our connection to our Chief Visionary Officer and our founder, Steve Davis. So depending on what day it is, Dr. Sgro may thank him or blame him because I can be difficult to time to time. That's just the truth. Dr. Sgro comes to us today having received his undergraduate degree from Millersville University. Also, he did graduate work to obtain his master's at Iowa State University and his doctorate at Iowa State University. He is currently a professor at Eastern Kentucky University. He is a partner at Divino Wine Wholesalers, LLC, which is a wholesale and distribution of global beverage products that serves Kentucky and Ohio. And he manages, along with his wife, Susie, all aspects of that business, including the finance and the marketing, the advertising, retail sales. They have over 250 clients and 300 products. Probably a good time for me to say hello to Dr. Sgro. Hello, Dr. Sgro.
Hello.
All right. And before we get started, we got to pay the bills. I want to talk to you just for a few minutes about our sponsor today. It is pastaandvino.com. Yes, you need to go and visit that. It is pasta, PASTAANDVINO, pastaandvino.com. They are a small family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Kentucky, and they specialize in unique wines from all over the globe and specialty products from Italy. And as a matter of fact, after watching this podcast or cast and whatever this you want to call this, you're going to see somebody very familiar. It's Dr. Sergio Sgro. Dr. Sgro and his family run that business. And it's an interesting offshoot because Sergio's family is actually from Italy, and they import Italian wine and food from their homeland. And if you join his podcast, Wine About Wine, you can hear that on any platform that has podcasts. It is, again, Wine About Wine. And they walk through the 155 plus wine catalog of pastaandvino.com. And if you look carefully, every once in a while, you might see a bottle of that Kentucky bourbon that gets snuck onto that website. So, Dr. Sgro, we're so very happy to have you. Appreciate everything that you do for the Ergonauts. You wear a lot of hats, so let's just get started. You have an advanced background in quality systems development, and you also teach lean at Eastern Kentucky University. So talk to us a little bit about how common it is for an organization the size of Ergonauts to commit resources to develop a world-class quality system.
Yeah, it's not very common. Typically, it is done as a reaction. So it is pretty exciting when our chief visionary officer comes and says, I want to do this from the get-go. I don't want to waste. I want the entire business to run off of systems. And for a procedural guy like me who kind of likes things to flow and kind of need to know where things are, it's exciting to me because it means that we get to, how do I say this, we don't have to clean up mistakes, we don't have to clean up issues. And as we'll see here probably in a little bit, if we get a chance to talk about it, the way that we've designed the software and it is designed, it is just amazing.
So you were actually a member and an active participant of the Ergo-Algo Office beta team. And what are the lean principles and the tools that training can help make this app so efficient and error proof, as you were talking about the standardized work and those types.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It is standardized. There's a procedural, and I feel like I'm saying that word a lot, but it's procedural. I mean, you have to go through this. When we were going through the app, ironically, for better or for worse, I did it with my office staff, and they're all on me now because they loved it so much, and they understood then after we did this that there's probably some issues we need to take care of in our own office. But that's
Well,
how good it was. I mean,
let me just stop
yeah.
right there and just say, employers across this country need to understand that whatever money they may invest in having these ergonomic evaluations, having the ergonauts come out into their business and do those types of evaluations, that little bit of money that's invested on the front end, it's possible that it saves a whole lot of money
Oh,
on the back end. and
yeah.
and I just hope that employers see the value of that.
Oh, that they will, because the ramp up, or the training on it um is so incredible, that it does not take long to get up to speed. And it was very little training, just a couple hours, and I was up to going there and doing these evaluate on this demo.
It's
I mean, that's how
intuitive.
quickly it was. It's intuitive, it's efficient, there's no waste, so it was great.
Tell us a little bit more about that training. It's been described as masterfully done by some of the members of the beta team. It's laser focused. It has an immediate application, which is one of the biggest and the best attributes of the adult learning theory. So, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, it was, and it very optimized. So what we need, we get. It talks to us, It teaches you about uh, each stage of the software and what you need at that stage. So it's not just using the software, but it's actually teaching you the ergonomics part of it.
It's amazing to me that the Ergonaut can, just like, right over my shoulder here, you'll see this, literally can take their phone, whatever device that they're wanting to use, log into the system. The app comes up, it walks you right through the information that you need to collect. And then here's the neat thing: they can leave this, leave the spot of the evaluation, having provided that information
Mhm.
to the person that they are doing the evaluation for.
Yes, not only that, but the way that it's designed is and it's when we look at lean principles, for those who are familiar with them, there's something called Poka-yoke, which is basically mistake proofing, and the software
Don't they have
itself.
cards?
Yes,
Oh no,
yes,
that's
they have cards.
I'm
Poka-yokes
sorry.
go around. You can go around town and find Poka-yokes.
Oh,
Um, Maybe another business idea for us.
oh,
So, but it has this mistake proofing, so that it makes you go through this methodically, and it's also based on, and a couple more lean principles, something like Genshik and Butsu, which allows you to basically visualize in a 3D format what's going on. So again, I think you used the word intuitive, and so it basically takes the idea of what most people know as Kaizen, which in Japanese literally translates to change good, or good change. Takes that idea and looks at your office environment. It's not just improving the office environment, because you're going to make it so that those using the computer, those who are on it every day, those who have to look at documents, you're going to make this better. I remember that one of the most telling things for me was the lighting, and where not only the ambient lighting for us in our office, but also where the lighting was located, which I guess is good. But my kids don't like it because now I make them go other places in their room to make sure that they don't hurt their eyes.
You know,
So, and that comes from the training.
a healthy worker is a more productive worker.
Yes,
A happy
absolutely.
and healthy leads to increased production.
Hmm.
And that's, one of the, we sometimes talk, I have a day job and we sometimes talk about intangible benefits. So, you may be sitting there as an employer having an ergonaut come in and do an evaluation, thinking to yourself, okay, well, we're going to get a different keyboard and we're going to need this. And ultimately, it may reduce repetitive injuries. But
Hmm.
yes, the answer to all that
Yep.
is yes. But in the meantime, your workers, the folks that you work with are happier, healthier, more productive. They're more productive. Uh, Generally, that is a better for your bottom line. So, everybody's happy.
They are. And the also telling was how quickly we did the evaluations. Um, so the evaluations were probably done in about 20 to 25 minutes. And that is with me not having done evaluations before. That's how quickly we were able to do it. Identify the problems, then identify what needs to improve. And once I hit the submit button, I mean, I'm kind of like, I like number kind of stuff. It was awesome. You get a report and automatically it tells you what all has to be done. And that, I mean, again, this whole thing was designed with lean principles in mind. And one of the biggest principles for those who follow lean manufacturer, lean thinking, is muda, which is waste. And the amount of muda that was saved on time is incredible. Um, it's insane and it's exciting.
Well, Dr. Sgro, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us today. Your insight as a member of the Ergo-Algo office beta team has been invaluable to us. I mean, I've learned a few things. I've learned some Japanese today, and I very much appreciate it. I'll always enjoy spending time with you. Look, folks, if you have an interest in doing the Ergonaut training, going through the process that Dr. Sgro just described, all you have to do is reach out to Steve Davis on LinkedIn. He's quite responsive. Steve lives and breathes ergonauts. That's one of the reasons that this company is a success. That's one of the reasons that this company hit the ground running. One of the many reasons that he's been able to assemble a team. Get online and look at the board members that our Chief Visionary Officer, Steve Davis, has been able to assemble. It's just simply amazing to me, the quality of folks, the variety of backgrounds, the level of education and experience that is behind the brand. I mean, this is not just something that's a flashy app with a cool shirts and a neat name. This is legitimate. And it's a movement. It's something that we both believe in, and every person that's come on the show so far, um, we've been better for their insight. And it's so interesting to me to hear what ergonauts means to each one of the guests. So, want to remind everybody to go to visit our sponsor today, pastaandvino.com, PASTAANDVINO.com. Check out that small family owned and operated business here in the heart of Kentucky. It's bringing a little taste of Italy to your home. And as I said, Sergio and his family run pastaandvino.com. Get on there, check it out. We certainly appreciate their support. That's going to wrap it up for us this time. Please leave your questions, your comments, your concerns in the space down below. We read those. We'll do our best to get back to you. If you have an interest in participating, as I said, in Ergonauts and going through the training, Again, reach out to Steve Davis on the LinkedIn page. We also are on other different social media platforms, but frankly, that's going to be the easiest one to check out. Thank you for your time, and we appreciate your interest in Ergonauts. Dr. Scroll, have a great day. Thanks for coming
You
by.
too. Thank you.
All right.